Hello, hello. Hello, and welcome back to Runecast. Today, you guys, we're going to be working with some more runes. Kind of excited because we're learning about runes and we're learning about herbs at the same time. So I'm enjoying this journey. I hope you are too. I've got some jars here. I've got some herbs, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Today we're going to be working with rosemary. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to have to check the camera. We're going to be working with rosemary. So it's kind of a unique opportunity. We're doing two things at once. And I've decided to kind of delve in a little bit deeper as to not only the meanings of the runes, but the meanings of the herbs and what they're good for in traditional medicine. Just a brief overview, nothing major, but I'm going to get some sage going here. I always like to have sage burning in these videos, and also, sage the jars before the herbs go in. So this came up on another video a while back. What is rosemary? Let me get some more sage going. Rosemary, and what herb is, what rune is associated with rosemary? And after that question, I went in and I answered, but I thought I'll do rosemary as one of my next videos. So rosemary is associated with the 12th rune, and that rune is Jera, spelled Jera, but pronounced Jera. And the Jera rune is, it looks like this. This is the Jera rune. It kind of reminds me of a cycle, of a spiral maybe starting out, but of course angular. The runes were designed to be carved into wood, and so they're all angular like that. If they could have carved fancy circles or other kinds of lines easily in wood, they would have, but Jera, would have been some kind of spiral, but of course trying to depict that quickly and easily with a knife or a carving tool, traditionally called a ristar, would have been difficult with wood. So it's very angular. All the runes are, so they can be done quickly in stone or wood, because that's how they were done. So we've got our rosemary. I'm just going to smell it. It smells really, really good. Rosemary's awesome. Rosemary has so many traditional herbal remedies and uses. You can make tea out of it. It's good for asthma. It's high in antioxidants. It boosts your immune system. It's just, it's an awesome herb to use. It smells good. It tastes good. It's wonderful. You probably use it in cooking. You probably have some in the cupboard. But when you're using it with the rune Jera, just to kind of go over what Jera is, Jera represents time. Jera is a cycle, and our word for the cycle of the year, the 12 months, is based on the name of this rune. So year and Jera are kind of one of the same. It's funny to see, or interesting to me to see, how many of these ancient words and runes have actually made it their way into our modern language. And Jera is definitely one of those. It means the 12-month cycle. It means the great return. It means the harvest. It means, it's fertility. And some of the notes I wrote down is harvest, cycle, the return of the seasons. It's a very hopeful rune. It represents time. And I'll go into a little bit more in depth about the time option, or the time element of the runes here briefly for you. So there's my rosemary. It smells good. Put it in the jar. So the time runes. Okay, I put them out here for you to look at. Hagal represents the past. Nathiz represents the present. The future. And Isa represents the present. And then Jera is time itself. So it's the passage of time. Anything that you're looking to invest in, something that you're going to put your energy in, and you're working towards the return of that rune or that effort, Jera is the rune for you. It's used in workings to help speed up or slow down the progress of your working. And mixed with the herb rosemary, you could create a casting or a spell or something. If you were meditating, you could make the tea, and you could think about Jera, what you were trying to work on, and visualize and incorporate the spirit of the herb and the rune together in your working. So it's pretty important, it's pretty powerful. And like I've been saying, the herbs just help you add a little something else to your working. Add a little more power, a little more initiative, something else into your working. So that's what they are good for. I don't know that any of you are actually following along with me and creating your runic apothecary, but I hope you are. And I hope that this information spurs your interest and gives you the incentive to create your own runic apothecary, learn about runes and herbs and how they work together. So that's it for today. I'm going to put rosemary on here and put the rune Jera. Love that rune. Like I said, Jera is all about fertility, harvest. It's hopeful. It's just a really good, positive rune to work with. And there's my rosemary. All right, thanks. I'll see you on the next one.